Welcome, friends. I am CA Jyoti Mehta. Today, I would like to share with you certain golden rules of financial well-being, which, if adopted from an early age, would result into a financially fulfilling life. So, let's begin. The legendary investor Warren Buffett has once said that do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. So, the equation so far, which has been income minus our expense, results into saving, if should be modified such that our income minus saving should be our expense, which means that whatever we earn, first we should save, and only what is left after saving should be spent. A minor shift in this equation would result into a multifold benefit going forward. So what is wrong with just saving? The inflation, which is rise in the cost of living, rise in the price of goods, eats up the savings over time. Because of this inflation, the cost of living keeps on increasing and the value or the purchasing power of money keeps on decreasing. This is exactly the difference between savings and investments. The money, if you put in a piggy bank, is not going to grow. But the same money, if invested wisely, then would grow over a period of time. So, we should not only save, but also invest. And invest where the rate of return on the investment should be greater than the inflation rate. The three pillars of investments are safety, liquidity, and return. By safety, we mean that the money, my capital should be safe. Okay, there is no point in investing money where my capital itself is not safe. Second is liquidity. Liquidity means I should be able to get my money back whenever I need it. And return means it should give me inflation-beating return so that it helps me to reach my goals and fulfill my dreams over a period of time. So these three are the guiding factors which would help me in making my investment choices. As we all know, we should not put all our eggs in one basket. Similarly, while investing money, we should diversify across the available asset classes. And this is precisely what is known as asset allocation. Asset allocation, to understand it in a very simple way, is like a balanced thali. Like how you have in a balanced thali, you have roti, sabzi, sweet, namkeen, everything. In the same way, while making investments also, you should spread your capital among debt, real estate investment, equity, gold, cash, and that would result in an appropriate asset allocation. It is said that your wealth creation depends to 95% on the asset allocation. Now, what are the different kinds of assets? So, firstly, you can put it in cash. Cash is the normal hard cash that you have. Second is equity. Third is fixed income. In fixed income, you have mutual funds, you have fixed deposits, you have bonds, etc., and small saving schemes. Then in the real estate, either you can invest in a property, it may be residential, commercial, or you can invest in a REIT, that is a real estate investment trust. You can also invest in commodities. Okay, so these are the various asset classes with its mix of risks and returns. Asset allocation can also be seen across the life stages, from early career when a person starts earning, the middle age, and then retirement. Depending upon the risk appetite a person and the stage of life we are in, you should select the investment instruments. So friends, we have all seen this formula earlier. Yeah, this is the compound interest formula. It's also well known as a wealth creation formula, wherein P is the amount which we have invested, okay, the R is the rate of return, and T is the time period. Now, most of the time, we investors focus only on the returns and overlook the time factor. But time factor is most important because that results into a compounding effect. It gives exponential element to our wealth creation. Albert Einstein has said that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world, and he who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pays it. So T is the most. See, we have limited money to invest. Nobody has unlimited money they can invest. But But if you start investing early, then time will work in your favor due to the magic of compounding. As can be seen from this graph, as the time period increases, the portfolio value also increases exponentially. Okay. So the message here is that you should start early. Start early. As soon as a person starts earning, you should start saving and investing. This shows what difference it makes if you start investing at the age of 40 and a person investing at the age of 30. One starts investing at 40 and stops at 60. So invest for 20 years. So investment grows 5.53 times only. But a person who starts investing at the age 30 and stops at the age 40 means he invests only for 10 years. Okay, and both of them stay invested till age 60, which is the retirement age. The second person accumulates 4.3 crores as against the first person who would accumulate only 1.33 crores. Even though the first person has invested more money and for a longer time. Okay, so this is the magic of starting early. This displays the cost of delay. Even if you delay investing for 1 year, okay, the difference in the resulting corpus is around 22 lakhs. So this should open your eyes, and the best day to invest was yesterday and the next best is today. So the call is yours. Okay, now what looks like success is often just patience. It is reflected by this Chinese bamboo tree story. Okay, in the first 4 years, the bamboo sapling hardly grows. But suddenly in the 5th year, it grows up to 90 feet in just 6 weeks. Okay, so sometimes when we invest the money, we feel that it is not growing and we remove the money or sell our investments early. But that doesn't help in long-term wealth creation. So we should stay invested for long term in order to get the benefits of long-term wealth creation. So friends, there is one more important aspect which I would bring to light here. And that is that as we all work hard to earn money, so we should also make the money work as hard for us. And how we can do this is by making appropriate investments. Investing in such a way that we can create a passive source of income that will help us in our difficult times when our business is not doing well or there is a job loss or something like that, so that we are not dependent only on one source of income. Also, the another aspect is that it will help us that when we reach our retirement age, at that time we can fall back on the passive source of income. It can be either interest or dividend or appreciation in the value of the assets. The same is reflected here in this graph, wherein you can see that as the years pass, over a long period of time, there is an exponential increase in the investment value and the passive income resulting therefrom. So always make it a point to invest your money wisely and create multiple sources of income. The time in the market, the time you stay invested is more important than timing the market. Some people wait for corrections, that when the correction will come, I would invest. But more money is lost in waiting for correction than in correction itself. So stay invested at all times and for long term. So friends, often in life, we are faced with choices, whether we should spend the money now on certain things or we should wait for a better time in future. So there was an experiment done, which is known as a marshmallow experiment with school children. They were told that either they can have a marshmallow immediately, and if they wait for half an hour, they'll get 2 marshmallows instead of 1. So few students ate the marshmallow immediately, but few of them who could wait, they got 2 marshmallows. And after many years, when these children were interviewed, it was found that the people who waited, who had the patience to wait, they had achieved much more in life. So this displays the attitude of delayed gratification. A person who can wait, you can show patience, would definitely have a better life in future. It is said that good things come to those who can wait. So friends, the three basic pillars of financial success are budgeting, risk management, and investing. Budgeting involves allocating income to expense, saving, and investments. Risk management deals with establishing an emergency fund and securing term, medical, and disability insurance. And once risk is covered, then you should think about saving and investment for building saving for future goals and understanding by understanding the diverse investment options. So friends, financial planning is very important to help us achieve our goals. It is just a practice of assessing one's financial situation and then drawing a financial plan to reach life stage goals. Now, if we do not know where you want to go, no road or no vehicle can lead you there. So financial planning is basically determining where you want to go and the road which you would take to reach there. So it begins with defining your financial goals, assessing your current financial situation, creating and allocating, create an asset allocation and evaluate your risk, invest as per your asset allocation and plan, and then regularly monitor and review and modify the financial plan if required. Friends, contingency planning is very important as we have experienced during times of COVID, so that our normal life is not disturbed when certain contingencies like job loss, business loss, economic recession or pandemic comes. For this, we need to create an emergency fund which should be around 6 to 12 months of monthly expense. Now, the second aspect is covering your risks, because only once the risks are covered, we are free to invest our money so that it can get maximum returns. Now, while covering the risk, the most important is that to take a health insurance. These days, the cost of health services and medical costs have increased exponentially. So it is very important to have a health insurance cover of adequate amount. Secondly, it is important to have a term cover for the earning member of the family so that the family's dreams, aspirations can be fulfilled even in absence of the earning member. And the another important aspect is a disability insurance. In case of disability, you have funds so that your life can go on. So friends, the first step in financial planning would be to define our goals, be it child education, child marriage, buying home, having a comfortable retirement, buying a car, or going on a dream vacation, to determine the corpus required for the same, and then to invest in specific instruments such that we are able to achieve all our dreams at the proper time. Now, this slide shows that in spite of so many adversities, be it terrorist attack or wars or a pandemic or scams, equity markets have grown at the compounded annual growth rate of 15.51%. This slide shows that longer we stayed invested in the equity markets, the possibility of making a loss is virtually zero. As it can be seen, over a 5-year period, the possibility of making a loss is just 8.57%. If you go further, by investing your money over a 10, 15, 20-year period, 100% of the time has resulted in profits and positive return. So the message here is that we should stay invested for long term. This shows, it's a comparative which shows the kind of money or the return which various financial instruments have given, wherein if you see over a longer period of time, equity has given the best return of 16.37% over 20-year period. Friends, here let me tell you, equity is the only asset class which gives you a inflation beating return. Because if you are not investing in equity, and investing in an asset class which gives a return lower than the rate of return, then your money is not growing. In fact, the value of money is decreasing or eroding day by day. So it is very important that we invest our money in growth assets which gives us a inflation beating return. Now, we have a choice, right? Whether we should invest directly into equity by opening a demat account and buying shares directly, or invest through mutual funds. Okay, so there are pros and cons of both, but you can invest directly into equity shares only if you have the time and the capability of identifying the stocks which would give a return over a long period of time. And also, most of the times we as individuals face many biases, which may be either greed or fear. So ideally, we should have a balance of both direct investment as well as investments done through mutual funds. Now, what are the positives of investing through mutual funds? First of all is the advantage of professional management. The people, the fund managers are very qualified people and who devote 100% of the time in doing precisely the fund management, which is investing the money and monitoring the same. Secondly, there is transparency, there is liquidity. You can get the money whenever you want. The money gets credited within 2 working days to your bank account. It's very well regulated. Okay, it is very convenient. For small investors, you can start by investing as little as 500 rupees, and in certain schemes, it is just 100 rupees a month. And the cost is also very less. And the most important thing is the risk diversification. In mutual funds, you can diversify across various asset classes like debt, equity, gold, silver, real estate, all under one scheme. Okay, and it's very tax efficient also. So mutual funds, sahi hai. Go for it. This is the normal disclaimer that mutual fund investments are subject to market risk, and read all scheme related documents carefully. Now, while investing in a mutual fund, either you can make a lump sum investment at one go, or you can go for a systematic investment plan, which is popularly known as an SIP. Now, what are the advantages of investing through an SIP? First is it leads to disciplined saving. The amount gets deducted directly from the bank account, so it gets invested in a disciplined way compulsorily every month. Secondly, it results in a long-term gain. Thirdly, it's very convenient. And fourthly, it offers a flexibility. So all these are the plus, and it's a very convenient way of wealth creation. This slide shows us the power of compounding through systematic investment plan. A monthly SIP of rupees 25,000 over 25 years with an assumed return of 12% per annum. Now you see here the first crore takes 14 years to make. But then for every increasing 1 crore, it takes just additional 5 years, 4 years and 2 years. So the longer we stay invested, the power of compounding works in our favor. So friends, there is this interesting concept of 15-15-15, which would help you in making 100 crores. Let's see how. So the 15-15-15 rule in investment explains the potential of the two power of compounding with the discipline of investing regularly over a long period of time. So if an investor starts a monthly investment of just 15,000 rupees in an instrument which gives 15% return for 15 years, he would make 1 crore. Now, if he can stay invested for 15 more years, that 1 crore would become 10 crore. And if he stays invested for 15 more years, then that 10 crore becomes 100 crores. So we can say that it is not investing in an equity market is a riskier option, as your money is degrowing when the return on your investment does not beat the inflation. Secondly, we should invest for long term. Investing through mutual fund is a more convenient and a better way to invest, and also more tax efficient way. We should not try to time the market. and invest at all times, and it helps to take professional help. So friends, last but not the least, we should have an estate plan in place. By that we mean we should make a will, so that the wealth that we have created with so much efforts over a long period of time goes to the people whom we would love to hand it over to. Because oftentimes, in absence of a will, there are quarrels within the family, and wealth distribution doesn't happen as per the desire or the wish of the wealth creator. So this is also very important. You should make a will as soon as you accumulate a sizable corpus. Now, in the wealth creation journey, there would be many financial pitfalls which we should avoid. One is living beyond our means, accumulating a high interest debt, because in this case, the power of compounding would work negatively against us. Not having an emergency fund, and then having lack of retirement planning. Now here, let me tell you one thing, that while planning for the future, the retirement planning has to be number one. Why so? Because you don't get a loan to fund your retirement. You can get a loan for education, you can get a loan for marriage, you can go get a loan for buying a house, or even for going for a vacation, but you will not get a loan for funding your retirement. So retirement planning has to be the number one priority. Friends, it has been a very disturbing fact that of late many youngsters have got into the equity markets. They are lured into it through various WhatsApp groups and media. They are made to feel that by dealing in day trading and options and futures and all, they can make a lot of money very fast. But this is not the case. SEBI has mandated this risk disclosure that 9 out of 10 individual traders in equity F&O segment incurred losses. Okay, so youngsters should avoid getting into frequent trading and dealing in futures and options. It is said that F&O are weapons of mass destruction. Okay? There have been several instances recently wherein people have lost significant amount of money, okay, and ruined their career and life by trading in futures and options. Always remember that markets can remain irrational longer than you can remain solvent. So friends, thank you for giving me a patient hearing. And if you found my content useful, request you to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel, Nanima of Wisdom, wherein we have put several such videos on this topic of financial literacy and also certain other regulatory changes as and when they come up. Thank you once again.